What's up, buddies? Vloggy buddy għawek kun il-qakom għal Stanley, The Stanley Parable. Konna qed nilabu din, pero ma kienx let's play issa. Din just nixtieq nerġa' nħarsela daqsxejn iktar mill-qrib. So l-aħħar darba kif tafu morru raw episode 1 fil-każ morru fuq channel subscribe u taraw kif switchat il-logħba l-aħħar darba. Nixtieq inti attempt ieħor. L-aħħar darba kont iddeċidejt illi ma nobdix il-commands kollha li tatni li badajt in-narrator, imma din id-darba bil-kontra ħanobdi every single one of them. Ħanaraw x'jiġri. Alright, so load game qed nassum li m'hemm xejn, alright, għax mitta niftakar. Alright, so new game, start new game, and nibdew logħba oħra, ħanaraw x'jiġri jekk nobdi kollox issa. So, din logħba tinsab fuq ma nafx jekk Steam, naħseb Steam Greenlight minn ikun issir żball.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Right,
He sat
so
at his
press
desk and
escape on
ruled
your keyboard. Alright.
for
Press
427,
I on your
and he
keyboard.
pushed buttons on a
Qed
keyboard.
nafas kollox.
Orders came to
Press
him
T.
through a
Le,
monitor
press
next to
SDG
his
on your
desk,
keyboard.
telling him what
SDG.
buttons to
Press
push,
T.
how long to push them,
Press P.
and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of
Ma nafx
every
il-qaċ
month
kollox.
of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley
Press
relished
X.
every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay.
And then one day something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on a monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
I know.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and walked out into the hallway.
Alright, let's go. So kif għattilkom issa ħanobdi kollox.
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers.
Let's go to the
He
staff
never functioned
lounge.
well by himself
Whatever,
and
man.
constantly needed support and guidance from others. So the thought of total solitude was terrifying to him.
Come on.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So l-aħħar darba konna tħalla fir-rajd biex nisfidaw, però d-darba ħanobdi. Allo? 509. D-darba nobdi kollox.
As Stanley entered the lounge, he was horrified to find not a single person here. He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would find an answer there.
Alright. I think the most horrifying thing is the fact that... What the heck is this? The most horrifying thing is that the doors are closing behind you automatically. Thank you for not...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Now what happens if I go down? No, I won't obey, I won't obey. We'll try it next time. Hey, yeah. Come on. Let us air boss's office.
Entering his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. It was at this point that he began to feel dizzy and a little sick, and even thought he might pass out when suddenly he noticed a keypad next to the filing cabinet in the corner of his boss's office.
Ooh.
Stanley had never seen this panel before and had no idea what combination of numbers would produce any result. In fact, only Stanley's boss knew this, since the panel withheld access to the boss's greatest, darkest secret.
What?
And so he had assigned the keypad a combination that only he could possibly know. The number of his freshman dorm number in college. 1957. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Alright, so I don't know it then. I'm just gonna put in other numbers. I don't know.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the keypad was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 1957.
But I don't know the combination. I don't know it's 1957, so I don't want to put the number in.
1957.
I guess I have to do it. 1957.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Yeah, okay, if you insist.
Amazing. Stanley ventured forth into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, I mean, okay. It looks like the narrator wants me to come down here.
As he drew deeper into the bowels of the building, Stanley had no idea where he was or what this place held. And just as he began to think he might not discover a thing, he emerged into a long room to find...
To find? Come on, tell me. I don't want to go. To find... To find what? What the...
rows and rows of monitors. Screens with a number above it. Stanley noticed, however, that these were not random numbers, but the number of employees who worked in the building, his co-workers. Even his own number, 427, had a place on the wall. But why a setup so elaborate, he asked. Was this simple surveillance or something even more? And as if in answer to his question, the wall slid open before him, revealing the ultimate truth of the situation.
What the heck is going on here?
An enormous control panel, Stanley discovered, but not one that controlled simple machinery. Buttons were labeled with emotions. Happy, sad. Levers and knobs controlled actions. Walking, eating, doing work, or watching TV. Every input on this device monitored not the functions of a machine, but of a human being.
What the heck?
And the reality began to sink in. Stanley, like so many other people, reduced to images on a monitor, had been under someone's control, always at the mercy of this machine. Could this have been the only reason employee number 427 was content with his boring job?
What the
That a
heck?
machine had altered his emotions to accept it blindly? He began to feel an unbridled rage, and at the peak of his anger, something happened. A spark.
Whoa, whoa.
Stanley looked up and saw the generator overhead, still providing some small amount of power to the machine, keeping it alive.
What the
And
heck?
knowing that this generator was all that kept the controls running, Stanley moved to the ladder in the back of the room and began to climb towards the rafters.
There's a ladder. There's a ladder. Let's climb the ladder. That's sound for a ladder. Alright, whoa. So we're gonna power it off. So it doesn't control me anymore. What?
The higher Stanley climbed, the closer he felt to freedom, the further from enslavement.
Let's see what's gonna happen here, Netfula. What's this? Nothing? And what is this? Engage generator, disable generator. Let's disable it, of course. That's what we're here for. Come on. Come on. Power off, man. Powered off. Woo! Whoa. Hello?
Blackness, power gone, all alone.
What
And
the-
then
Oh! Outside! So nothing is here now? Alright. Freedom!
as he stepped through the door into the fresh outside air, a feeling of liberation rushed through Stanley's body. He had seen power. He had seen enslavement. and he had destroyed it. The underling was in control now. He had found his leading role.
Awesome.
Stanley never discovered why everyone had gone missing, nor how and when he had come under the machine's control. But it didn't upset him terribly, because he knew that this was how things were meant to happen. All he felt was a delight unlike any he had ever known before. Never again would he follow someone else's orders without question. Never again would anyone tell Stanley where to go, what to do, or how to feel.
Just like
No
you
more
did,
bosses.
the narrator.
No more instructions on a screen. Stanley decides for himself now.
All right.
And he stepped out into the world, and he felt the cool breeze upon his skin, and Stanley was happy.
Was happy. Interesting. Interesting. All right. So that's it. That's it. Hello? Okay. That was it. All right. So għaddejni għal-loba, erġajna, għaddejna kif suppost, u bdejna kollox issa, pero l-loba ma naqafx hemm. Il-loba hemm ħafna iktar affarijiet tista' tagħmel fiha. U għandi kurzità nara xem dak it-taraċ isfel issa. U kien hemm anke dak il-valve li minflok tagħmel power on tista' tagħmlu engage, ġifier nista' nixelu stajt ukoll. Anyway, so ħanħallu għal darba oħra dik. Allum ħawqaf hawnhekk, I hope you guys enjoyed. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys. Thanks for more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.